with you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Vidisha Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you click in the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. Bare face again. So we're going to do yet another makeup look, but this time I'm now going to bring you part 2 of the college makeup look. My previous video that I will link in the cards above, it was my LSU inspired makeup look when LSU played Alabama. Well, now it's Thanksgiving week. It is also Bayou Classic week for Southern University and Grambling State University here in Louisiana. Bayou Classic takes place every Thanksgiving week. Is usually the Saturday after Thanksgiving. This is a game that has been going on this was before I was even born. That's how long Bayou Classic has been going on. So over 40 plus years. That's how long Bayou Classic has been going on. And Bayou Classic is usually shown on television on NBC Sports. The game comes on at 4 o'clock. It's Southern University versus Grambling State University. They play this game at the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Grambling State University is located in Grambling, Louisiana. It's a small town outside of Ruston, Louisiana, I believe, Ruston, Monroe, up in North Louisiana. And of course, Southern University is the other college here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So LSU is not the only college in Baton Rouge, as my daughter hands me my mirror. Thank you. Yeah, with her purple hair. Told you. They don't have to be on camera with the copy here. So I'm going to... Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so here is part 2 of the college look representing Southern University. So, and not only am I going to be doing this Southern University look, this could also be a look, being that this is Thanksgiving week, that you can, possibly wear during a makeup look for Thanksgiving with your family and friends. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, I have a bare face, and also I'm on a time limit. We gotta get out of here by a certain time. So I have some makeup here that I'm going to be wearing. And if I was going to the Bayou Classic, which I'm not going to the Bayou Classic this year, we will be out of town this week for Thanksgiving, I would actually rock this makeup look if I was going to the Bayou Classic. So let's get started. First, primer. So I am going to prime my face with the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. It is. So we're going to start off with that. And some of this makeup I am going to bring with me while we're in North Carolina. We actually leave tomorrow night. But when this video goes up, hopefully it'll go up today or tomorrow. Don't know. So let's go ahead and get started. But yeah, it is Thanksgiving week. It is also Bayou Classic week. And what a lot of people do when it's Bayou Classic week, what they do is you have some people, they will come in, go to New Orleans, and they will actually spend Thanksgiving Day in New Orleans getting ready for Bayou Classic. And I mean, it's usually packed, filled with activities to do in New Orleans during Bayou Classic week. So, and this is a rivalry game that comes on national television. It has been coming on national television since I was a junior in high school. I think that was the first year they brought it on television. I want to say that was back in, what year is that? 91, I believe. Honestly, yeah, I want to say back in 1991. So yes, I'm that old. And at that time when that game came on, I had a cousin, I had family that was on the football team for Southern University. So I had him, he was playing football, and what was so funny was he was on the football team at Southern University, his sister, my other cousin, was in the band at Grambling State University. So it was definitely a house divided, with one playing football for Southern, the other is in the band for Grambling State University. So yeah, it was. We would laugh about it every year, and then they both, both of them have graduated from Southern and Grambling. So we were like, how in the world y'all do that? For foundation, one of my favorite foundations, this is the Mented foundation stick. Here it is. This is the shade M20. That is the shade I am in. So I go ahead and I'm going to put this all over my face. I am more than likely going to be bringing this foundation stick with me to North Carolina. Go ahead, Miranda. Yeah, told you. They don't have to be on the camera with the comedy. Yes. So this week has been like a weird, stressful past week. Not been the best week. So hopefully this trip will make up for it. So this is a very good foundation stick. Very natural foundation. So I really do like this formula. And I am going to use the Mented foundation brush that they offer. This brush is $16. The foundation stick is $30. So literally, when I'm done with this video, that foundation stick is going in my suitcase. Because I am packing it and taking it with me. Debating, that's probably going to be the look I'm probably going to rock for Thanksgiving Day. So as I am putting this on, I say I'm going to be trying to record as much as I possibly can while we're out, because we actually will not be recording anything after today. We will get back on our regular recording schedule next Sunday. Sundays are usually the days we film. Sometimes it's one video, sometimes it's 2 or 3. All depends on what I got going on. So, but yeah, this is why I like this foundation so much. It really blends in with my skin really, really well. This does have very buildable coverage, and it gives a very natural finish. And that's why I love this foundation stick so much. It melts in my skin really, really well. Here we go. As we're getting out of here, my husband's already at work. My daughter and I are getting ready to leave. My son is off. Alright, so for concealer, I am going to stick with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. So that's what I'm going to put on this morning. The shade I am in is Maple. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And this is a very good combination with that Mented foundation. Mented currently does not have a concealer. Hopefully they can come out. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to blend that in to my skin. Alright. Now what I'm really doing, I am somewhat highlighting a little bit. Get a good blend. Get some makeup. But I'm not trying to highlight too much because this is a makeup look. Let's say if I was going to the Bayou Classic, you know, it's going to be a lot of screaming, a lot of cheering and so forth. And of course, you got Southern University Marching Band, you got Grambling State University Marching Band. It's going to be a lot of people literally in the Superdome rocking with the bands and so forth. And probably going to be making, you know, a lot of sweat and so forth. But yeah. So this is like a gentle, what I would call like a gentle highlight that I'm doing. And again, I'm not going to be contouring. I'm not doing a contour. I'm just going to do a light bronze of my face. Okay. Yeah. My daughter, nuts. She's trying to hurry me get out of here so she can go to school. And she does have school this week. She has school today and tomorrow. And of course, Wednesday she's not going because we're already going to be on the road headed to North Carolina. Oh, see, that concealer, it really blends in really well with the Mented Cosmetics foundation stick. It's a very good formula. Now I'm going to set my face. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do set my face twice. So the first setting powder I'm going to use, it is from Black Opal. I am going to be using their loose setting powder in the shade Neutral Light. Here it is. So I'm going to set my face with this first. And you want to be sure if you're going to a football game like that, like this, like Southern University and Grambling State University for a Bayou Classic, or even for just your normal Thanksgiving makeup look, make sure you are setting your face pretty well and you're not looking greasy. You definitely don't want that to take place. I'm going to go ahead and set my face. So I always start off with like this powder or the Black Radiance banana powder. And then I'll go back on top and buff in with a second setting powder that is my skin tone. Something that does work really well with my skin tone. And I'm also, if you notice, I'm chiseling out my contour. And some parts of it, I'm not really completely baking. I'm already just patting it into my skin. Because we don't want to be shining at no football game. And we definitely don't want to be shining in front of our family. Definitely don't want to do that. So I'm just going to let that sit on my face for just a few minutes. I'm not going to let it sit for very long. And I am going to sweep this off. So I got all my brushes and everything right here. Because our suitcases are over there. Because we're actually getting on the highway tomorrow night. So I am now dusting this away. And I don't bake for long. I cannot let setting powder sit on my face for 5 minutes. That's too long for me. I can't do it because then I'm going to look way too light. I would suggest if you're not the type of person that you want to bake, when you put the setting powder on, you can do what I did in some parts. I just pressed it into my skin. You can do that. Or like this. Some parts I pressed in, other parts I'm letting sit for a little bit. Because those are the areas I know I'm going to get the shiniest the most. Are in those areas. Which is usually in my T-zone. Which is here, here, up here. I'm going to get really shiny. For here, I'm doing as a chisel to chisel out my contour, which lately I haven't really been contouring. Like I really haven't been wanting to do that. For setting powder, I'm also going back with Mented. I'm going to be using the Mented setting powder. This is new. New to Mented. This is medium deep. So this is what I'm going to be setting my face with the second setting powder. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Y'all have been used to me using the Fenty Beauty, so I decided to change it up for a little bit. And this setting powder is really, really good. So what I do with this setting powder, with the second setting powder, this is like my skin tone. I'm just going to buff it in to my skin. So this, I do not allow the second setting powder I'm putting on my face, I do not allow it to bake. I buff it in. And this is to make sure I get that extra protection. To make sure I don't look greasy. Same for the football game. Want to be sure that you're looking as matte as possible, even though it is a Superdome. It's an indoor dome. Again, you're going to be with so many people that's going to be in that Superdome, and you may be sweating and so forth, and you just want to look as flawless as possible. You don't want to come out with major flashback or anything like that. You really don't want to deal with that. So that's why that's going to be a good idea for the football game to do that. Because I know the last one we went to, oh my goodness, it was a nail biter. It was literally a nail biter. And we were all standing up. And in the end, Southern University won the game. And we went on to the championship. I believe we ended up losing that championship. Did we lose? I think we did, to Alcorn State, I believe. I believe so. Yes, we did. I want to say, yeah, we did. Or did we? I don't remember. That's been so long ago. And I really want to go to Bayou Classic, but we're going to be out of town, so it's going to be okay. We have other times to go to Bayou Classic. Okay, so now I'm going to bronze my face. I'm pretty much using a lot of Mented Cosmetics today. So I am going to be using the Mented Cosmetics Ashley Blaine Featherson collab. I'm going to be using the duo today. This is the shade Season 1. That's what I'm using. I'm using the highlighter and bronzer duo. I got setting powder all over me. Keeping up with my time. Okay, my daughter needs to hurry up because I'm going to leave her. So I'm going to be using the bronzer. This is what it looks like. The bronzer on this side, highlighter on this side. So I'm going to start with the bronzer first. I'm going to use the mirror that's in here. Give me back a little bit of color. Okay. And I'm just bronzing just a little bit. I'm not using a whole lot of it, because I already have that second setting powder on my face. Oh yeah, this is probably gonna be the makeup look I'm gonna go with for Thanksgiving. This is a really natural finish. It's literally like I'm not wearing any makeup at all, and I really like that. Blush, I'm gonna stick with this mirror. So for blush, I'm gonna be using the Revlon blush. This is the shade Marvelous Mauve. Yeah, Marvelous Mauve. This is from Revlon. So I'm going to be using that blush today. So I had to pick this blush back up in a minute since I wore the blush. I don't think I haven't worn this blush not since the review. You're done? Huh? You're done? Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay, well please don't do that. Well, please don't. So I am getting makeup all over myself today. I really want to get this day over with. Because after today, I don't go back to work till the following Tuesday. So we put a little bit of that blush on my cheeks here. And this blush, I really like this blush. Very, very pigmented blush. And I don't think I paid little or nothing for this. I believe I got this blush from Walmart. See, he's giving me a little color there. See, give me a little color. Not bad. So I am going to stick with the Mented Cosmetics, the Ashley Blaine Featherston collab with Mented. I'm now going to use the highlighter side on this side to highlight. I am going to use this fan brush. I got this fan brush, one of the first items I got when I started getting my membership from Ipsy. I don't really gravitate to a bunch of fan brushes. I have some. I don't really use them like talking about, unless it's something that's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I just use it. So I'm going to do a little highlighting. That's, to me, a little bit of gold to represent the blue and gold of Southern University. Yep, just the slightest of that. Don't need too much. Just like that, just so, like that. There we go. Yep, there we go. All right, next is going to be eyeshadow. So I'm going to whip back out. It's been a minute since I've worn this eyeshadow palette, but it's got some blues in here, and I want to, you know, represent Southern University. This is the Perception palette, the first Shayla collab with Colourpop, the Perception palette. So I decided to bring my Perception palette back out today. So I'm going to put that on. I'm surprised my daughter ain't ran in here and said, Colourpop! She loves Colourpop. Okay, I am actually going to start. Let's see, y'all. I am actually going to start with this lighter shade called Culture. I'm going to start with Culture. I'm going to put that shade on first. Let's do it for the culture. I'm actually going to put this just up here. This is going to be a very good base. And when we say we do it for the culture. And she also has this Culture shade in her Proceed with Caution eyeshadow palette as well. And this is a very, very good shade. This is one of the, this is like my daughter wears this eyeshadow palette, which yes, she does wear it. Every now and then you'll catch her wearing makeup. It will be eyeshadow, and it's usually going to be from this Perception palette. She absolutely loves this Perception palette. So on top, I'm going to use this brush here. I am going to go with this darker blue shimmer shade called Stallion. I'm going to put that shade right here in my crease. Not my crease, my lid. I just need a little bit of it. You don't need a lot because it is very... kind of a little bit of a smoky look, but it looks so dark. is a blue. Of course, Southern University is blue and gold. And it's nothing like seeing the human jukebox playing at Bayou Classic. I mean, I'm sorry, Grambling, but I was a student at Southern University, so gotta be a little biased. And to say this is work, this is an eyeshadow look I would more than likely not go with. But it'll be my only time I'll be able to represent Southern University this week while I'm home, so why not? So now I'm going to blend it together. Oh, let me use this blending brush. I'm going to use my blending brush. Try to clean this up a little bit. As I'm going to probably leave my daughter. And see how I combine the two, make it a little more refined, make it a little more blended. So yeah, how about that? I mean, I'm definitely probably not gonna go with this smoky look for my eyes, and more than likely I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that more than likely. I'm just gonna have another look. But the foundation and concealer, yes, I'm more than likely gonna wear that on Thanksgiving Day. For setting my face, now I set my face before I put on my mascara and lip. So for setting my face, I went back. I had to re-up on my setting spray. I was missing it. I saw it in Target. I said, oh, I got to get it. So I restocked on my Wet n Wild matte finish setting spray. So I'm going to be setting my face with that today. Oh, look. Huh. This is probably a setting spray I'm more than likely going to be bringing with me to North Carolina. Let that sit for just a second. Check my time. Time to go. Set that on my face for a second. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara. So I'm going to be using the NYX Doll Eye Mascara. I'm going to put that on my eye right quick. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do not wear false lashes. I don't like false lashes. You ain't gonna catch me wearing false lashes. So I'm gonna put that on my eye today. Okay. Because literally after I'm done with this, I'm out the door. I'm just gonna leave my child because she ain't out yet. Anytime to go. All right. Last but not least, lip. So for lips, I am going to stay with the Shayla collab with Colourpop. I'm going to use her first and second. So I'm going to line my lips with the BFF4 lip pencil Colourpop. So I'm going to use that. Let's see. I have used this so much. I need another one. And I am this time going a little heavy with it. This time, because I'm blotting it to cover most of my lip. And then I'm going to top it. What is this? This is, no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the shade Drippin. So this is also from Colourpop. This was Shayla's first collab with Colourpop. This is the second. This lip gloss come from her second collab. Is it the second one? Is it the second one? Yeah, second one. Yeah, she's done a few. I'm trying to think. I'm like, Lord, this is the shade Drippin'. I'm going to use that, put that on top of my lip. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I have used this lip gloss so much. All right. And that is it with part 2 of my college football look representing the Southern University Jaguars. This would be a look I would go with if I was going to the Bayou Classic in New Orleans, rooting on my Jaguars of Southern University. Unfortunately, I'm not going, but I will be watching on television in North Carolina. So hopefully this is an idea for you guys that are going to the Bayou Classic, and also hopefully 40 Plus Club approved. So this is the final look. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. With that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.